Brad, here we are, the final fight of your UFC career. You're in your hometown. First off, tell us the emotions that's running through your head as you're getting ready for this final bout in the octagon.
I mean, like, I have a lot of mixed emotions in this fight. I'm up and down. And I'm so excited to end my career here and move on to the next thing. But then also I'm a little bit, oh God, because I loved my career and I loved my job, and it was definitely a hard decision to make, but I do believe after, like I said, I didn't make this like overnight. It was like a lot of things going into it, and I do think it's the right time for me to, walk away from the sport.
It was just over a year ago we were here in London. You had the fight against Francisco Rivera. Was there any thinking about making that the final fight? What was it that led you to carry on for another year?
Well, it was close. I mean, that for me, as in like when I started doing this sport, I was always competition driven. I wanted to be the best in the UK. I managed to achieve that. I wanted to be the best in Europe. Managed to achieve that. Wanted to go fight and get signed to a big organisation. Achieved that. Wanted to try and get top 10. Done that. Top 5. Done that. Then every time I tried to get to the number 1 spot, I kept on falling over the final hurdle. That's why I went down a weight class to try to do everything I can possible in my career to try and be number 1. Because I've got a win over Demetrius Johnson, so I wanted to go down to that weight class and try, and get a shot at him. And obviously the weight class didn't suit my style, so it wasn't for the one of trying. When you're a competitive person, it's not fun to lose. It sucks. Like I'm a very proud person. I don't just do this to make up the numbers. I do this because I want to be something within the sport. So when I started feeling that I'm moving down, I'm not going up or staying level at least, I'm like, I'm maybe done. Like I'm not in here. Like I say, I'm a proud person. I've always been. So now I would like to just turn the. I love what I do, and I say it was a hard decision, But now I just want to, maybe like say, this is me. Thank you for everyone. I really love my job. Love the support, everything. But there's, easy ways to earn money, And now I also have a child, and a kid, and a family and stuff. I need to think about. I mean, most people when they retire is down to an injury or something like that. So this one, my body feels fine. Well, it's harder doing training camps, I must admit. But I've no bad injury that's making me retire. It's mainly just my personal beliefs that I believe it's the right time.
Let's talk about your opponent this weekend. But before that, let's talk about the opponent that you were supposed to fight. Henry Briones, he fell through very, very late in the day. It's the third time that you were supposed to be matched up with him, and it's the third time that he's pulled out of the fight. Talk to us about your reaction and your emotions to learn that fight fell through so close to fight week.
I'm annoyed that, if not just fell out once, but 3 times. Why? I think it's amazing. I don't think, is it personal or something? What's going on? But obviously I'm not. It is what it is, and whatever. But the reason I just kept on trying to rekindle that fight, because I love the style of his fight, and I knew that it would be an exciting fight. And when, like I say, this came like a job to me, where I wasn't really chasing rankings and calling out top 10 guys and stuff like that. I just wanted to be involved in good fights, and just looking stylistically, I think me and him would be a great fight. Fortunately, he doesn't, and to pull out 3 times. And to be honest, pulling out 3 times is one thing, but he hasn't even apologised. I know it sounds silly, but there's little things like that. I'm like, hey man, just at least say, I'm really sorry that I pulled out for you the 3rd time. And to be honest, it didn't matter. It's this nice about me, and whoever's there is there. And I always train for fight camps. It's like whoever's opposite me is opposite me, because this sport's crazy. People get injured all the time. So I prepared myself to get myself there in the best possible shape I can, and the best version of me ends up in the cage that night. And whoever's opposite me is there.
After the bad news of losing the Henry Briones fight, Marlon Vera has stepped in at a week's notice. What do you make of him as an opponent? How do you feel you stack up against him, and how do you think you're going to get it done against him on Saturday?
Stylistically, it's a complete different opponent. He's younger. He's a guy who switches southpaw to orthodox. He's more of a ground guy, and he's young. He has youth, So I think Henry Briones is a little older as well. So, but yeah, he's a tricky opponent. But I do believe that I am on paper better than him in every area. But a fight's a fight, But like I say, I'm going to focus on me and go out there and, you know, try and put an ass whipping on him, you know.
Talk to me about what's going to be running through your head when Chaz and Dave hits the speakers and you make that final walk to the Octagon on Saturday night in your hometown.
I'm going to be so pumped, you know, like I am every walkout. I mean, like when I'm backstage, I don't like it. It's like you're waiting for a death sentence or something. So, but when I make the walk, that's when I love it and I come alive and it's great, you know. So, and it'll be the same feeling this Saturday, because I need to keep reminding myself in the lead up to this fight, I'm not retired yet. I'm still an active fighter. I have a job to do Saturday night, and afterwards, then I could reminisce on my whole career and, you know, have a drink and talk about the good old times and stuff like that. But at the moment, I have to be business and think about the job in hand, and the job in hand is to beat Marlon Vera this Saturday.